Today we're going to be looking at kitchen safety and sanitation. What percentage of people wash their hands after going to the restroom? 67%. We need more of that. Still a very high number, but it needs to be an even higher number. What percentage of people use soap when they wash their hands after going to the restroom? A little bit over half. A little bit over half of us. What percent of people wash their hands before handling food? 24%. Wow. That's maybe why a lot of foodborne illnesses take place and occur because of this contamination, because of people not washing their hands. How long should you wash your hands to kill off bacteria? 20 seconds, or at least as long as you know that you have thoroughly washed your hands. Put water on your hands, rub the soap all around your hands, washed all the soap off. But generally, 20 seconds. Foodborne illnesses are also called and known as food poisoning. And I'm sure that you've heard a lot of this, and there's a lot of cases of it. The CDC, the Center for Control Disease, Center of Disease Control, estimates that each year roughly 1 in 6 Americans, or 48 million people, get sick. 128,000 are hospitalized. 3,000 die of foodborne diseases. And a huge part of this is people, first of all, not washing their hands. And not washing their hands the right way and in a thorough way that would prevent illnesses, diseases, spread of bacteria, bad, harmful germs, and other aspects of poor personal hygiene. Hand washing is part of this practice, as we know. Now, microorganisms are microscopic. They're creatures that are so tiny that with the naked eye, you can't see them. There are 4 main types: bacteria, toxins, which come from bacteria, and toxins, well, they're toxic. Parasites. They feed off of a host. A host is like a body. They have to have an anchor. And viruses can reproduce, can multiply on any surface and then spread and become more powerful, less easy to track down and try to stop, kill, cure, clean up. The majority of foodborne illnesses cases all stem and relate back to bacteria. They grow rapidly and thrive in certain conditions, not all conditions. And this acronym, FATTOM, is an acronym that we're going to use to look at where bacteria thrives. These are the main indicators for where bacteria would thrive and what would be the suitable conditions for bacteria to thrive. The F is food. Bacteria need food to be able to survive, just like we need food to be able to live, sustain our bodies, be nourished, help our brains function. And there's so many ways I could get into that I won't get into because that's super obvious. And well, whole nother can of worms here now, but I gave you the basic gist. Acidity. Think of the pH scale and all the acidic stuff, maybe closer to the left, all the basic stuff closer to the right of that scale. And as you move further along to the right, you get more basic, and vice versa. Foods with a medium pH are more likely to grow bacteria. So, right in the middle. Just like salt and pepper, you include time and temperature together. The time, temperature, the time that a food is in a certain temperature. Both. With that comes the temperature danger zone, which is from 41 to 135 degrees. This is how we can prove this and explain this. 2 hours is the maximum, most amount of time that these foods can stand to be in this temperature danger zone. If they are out in, if they are in this for longer than 2 hours, they are by unsafe to eat and can cause foodborne illnesses. Keep hot foods hot. Hot foods are meant to be hot, just like cold foods. When it comes to thawing foods, the safest way to thaw foods, especially raw meat, is in the refrigerator. Don't worry about the microwave. Although, you can run under cold water or change still water every 30 minutes to prevent that bacteria from getting in there. The microwave can be effective, but really the refrigerator is the safest and the best way. But the catch is that if you put it in the microwave, you have to take it out and cook it immediately after it's done thawing. Now, in order to, maybe you're cooking bread, you go into it, and maybe you're cooking cake. If the little thermometer comes out clean, you know that cake, well, it will be cooked. It would be ready if it comes out clean. But a thermometer tests the internal temperature. If that temperature is not where it should be, then that meatloaf is unsafe to eat and will cause food poisoning. So, moving on with this acronym, the O is for oxygen. Well, just like they need food, they also need oxygen to survive, just like we need oxygen to be able to breathe, to be able to have breath, to, talk, communicate, live, function. And the M stands for moisture. This is so key because if you were to leave a hairbrush that is wet, in a drawer for a long period of time, bacteria will probably be attracted to it and grow in it because of the moisture. So I have multiple little short videos about some of these, but let's go over the ones that let's just go over them here and now, shall we? So there are several types shown here: norovirus, salmonella, staph, C. perfringens, Campylobacter, E. coli, botulism, listeria, toxoplasmosis. Norovirus. About 50% of all outbreaks of food-related illnesses are caused by norovirus. So if you work with food when you have norovirus illness, you can spread this to others. You can easily contaminate food and drinks that you touch. People who consume the food or drinks can get norovirus and become sick because of these toxic microorganisms and germs spreading to one thing to another and negatively. So, what is norovirus? What is it all about? What kind of contamination is associated with norovirus? Leafy greens such as lettuce, fresh fruits, shellfish. Salmonella. Cafe salmonella from series of unfortunate events. Not exactly what we're talking about here, but poultry and eggs. Poultry is any bird meat. Staph is, well, it comes from open wounds. So if you have an open wound that you are per se, if you damage your hand, you don't want that blending in your food. You want to put a band-aid and a bandage over it, just like when you are putting chicken on the cutting board. You want to change the cutting board or wash it, clean it, sanitize it so that your vegetables or something else will not be contaminated. So that's why you might want to do the cleanest things first. You might want to do the vegetables, maybe clean that off too as well, who knows? And then, well, maybe that would be the best solution. Then to clean that all off and do those special procedures for that raw meat, washing your hands before and after. C. perfringens. This come from beef. It can come from chicken, gravy, dried or pre-cooked foods. So, maybe set out too long. So, they're kept in large quantities, kept out for a long period of time before serving, too long. This is common in hospitals where outbreaks occur in these areas, prisons, nursing homes, or at events with catered food. What is Campylobacter? Undercooked poultry, unpasteurized dairy products. So, if, they're not fresh and inedible in that case, let's just say. More dangerous to eat. So, E. coli is beef products, and this can easily contaminate the water supply with the water contaminated with beef. You can easily get this. The key thing about botulism is that it comes from canned goods. So this is any can that is dented, broken, or foods that are improperly canned. Listeria. Any dairy that is unpasteurized. This can also be from deli meats coming from that as well. And melons. A tip for melons is you want to wash them with antibacterial soap before cutting into the fruit to get rid of that bacteria. Where do you think it comes from? Moisture, possibly. So, toxoplasmosis it comes from kitty litter. Pregnant women should not change the litter box because of all the things that have going on with the chemicals and all the, Contamination is not safe. So that is all about foodborne illnesses.